Hitting $1 million a month is a complete science. I've worked with dozens of 7+ all the way up to 9-figure founders such as William Phillips, Nathan Nazareth, Louis Garros, Alex Zastry, Spencer Paulo, and many more. The one thing they all have in common is they need more time. And if you can remove all the bullshit time wasters in your life, such as cooking, cleaning, doing the laundry, food ordering, meal prepping, you can save a lot of time. So much time to the point where you can add upwards of 40 to 60 extra hours per month back in your pocket. Just think about what that would do for your revenue. At my company, Optimability, we automate these health systems. And today I'm going to be pulling back the curtain and showing you exactly what goes on during the entire process. Now, how this whole process actually emerged was very simple. We started off as a health concierge type business. So essentially what we would do is me and my business partner, as well as our Ironman head coach, Jameson, would start off just doing basic meal prep and training programming for our clients, such as Louis Garros that I already mentioned for you. Now, the incremental training piece was awesome. I actually started off my health journey really young. I had botched operations when I was a kid, which rendered me immobile for around 5 years. And I spent 18 years in active physiotherapy, relearning how to walk. And then I went into high performing natural bodybuilding, Ironman triathlon, bike racing, etc. Here's some of my accolades: 320K in a day, a sub 4-hour marathon, 225K in a day, lots of other rides. And that's how me and Martin and Jameson, one of the pros in the Ironman world, we all met and we found this synergy together about helping high performers such as Lewis and Spencer make it with the whole aspect of being healthy. The problem with being healthy, and the biggest thing that we identified, was not actually the piece of what it meant like to find success with health. It was actually the time in component. See, if you have all your DNA and all your genetics and all your training plans and all these things, these aren't necessarily deliverables. They don't buy back your time. They don't make your life any easier. It's just information condensed to work for you specifically. So for example, if you do your blood work, you'll get the data there. Now that's information that you have that's personalized, but having an actual PDF or action items doesn't get the thing done. So we emphasized and we realized that, holy shit, it's the in-home culinary piece, the automation piece, that removes and adds time back to the plates of our 7+ figure founders like Alex, William, etc. Now, what this actually consists of is Optimability on our end. We still do all of that training stuff, the programming, but we make it easier for the chef to come in and step in and just do these things, the actual buying back piece. So Optimability, we handle the shopping lists, the recipes, we'll order equipment on Amazon to the client's home, we'll do the meal planning, help with maintenance requests, we'll collect health data, we'll do training programming like I talked about, sleep monitoring, all that stuff. And then we hire and employ a specific chef, so along the lines of an ex-culinary expert, private chef, catering, etc. And we train them on our system, so that way when they come in your home, they're handling all the food ordering, cooking, light cleaning, dry clean drop off, organizing, laundry, all the shit that you don't have time for, which turns them into a magic key solution. And this is actually our housekeeping SOP. So I share this with our housekeepers when I interview them, and I explain the process for orchestrating the meals. And ultimately, the solutions that are readily available right now are really shit. You have Uber Eats, you have plastic, gross meal preps that you can get delivered to your house, and you have cheap Molly maid services that aren't really good. And in general, maids in general aren't really a high level status indicator that perplexes some sort of self-investment. And the paradigm shift really happens when private chefs realize that they're missing this whole other culinary aspect to their service. Well, not necessarily culinary, but this whole other automation piece to their service, which is really where I come in and I showcase and I shift their paradigms into, hey, you're now becoming, like I shared, a turnkey solution for 7-figure founders. You're a pivotal piece in this whole chain of events that sequences their health. So using health as a tool to achieve wealth. Because ultimately, and I've even created it here where we can take a look at something like this where I've broken down all of the different mechanisms for being healthy and all the things that you have to do on a day-to-day basis to live pretty much, or to eat. And I've broken it down based on your hourly run rate, your business's monthly run rate, your business's annual profit, your annual net profit per year. So you can choose one of them. So let's say your business's monthly run rate is $1 million, which will give you a breakdown of your exact time. So boom, here I've just plugged in an hourly run rate example. So if your hourly rate is $2,500 an hour, This is on average what your business should be doing per year. And you can actually see and interact with the costs associated of running certain services per month. For example, a private chef or meal prep or Uber Eats. And this is alone just in time costs. So multiplying the time that goes into creating something like this and how much it costs you is going to give you a really good visual of everything that's going on internally that you could be outsourcing to scale your business faster. Because ultimately, every single chef and every single person that goes in the home of our 7+ figure founders is a time saving element. You're bringing in a private chef dining experience to your home that also takes care of everything else in the home, so you don't need to worry about it.